Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Mutiara Kartika Octaviani and my student ID number is 2110118220030. Here I will presentation about 12 meeting and the first about vocabulary. Number 1, sin. Meaning is sinus. English definition, the ratio of the length of the side opposite an angle less than 90 degrees divided by the length of the hypotenuse. For the example, sinus 35 degree equals opposite per hypotenuse equals 2.8 per 4.9. And number 2, cosinus. Meaning is cosinus. English definition, the ratio of the length of the side next to an angle less than 90 degree divided by the length of the hypotenuse. Example, cosinus 95 degree equals adjacent per hypotenuse equals 4 per 4.9. Next, number 3, tangen. Meaning is tangen or garis tinggung. English definition, the ratio of the length of the side opposite an angle less than 90 degree divided by the length of the shorter of the two sides that are next to the angle. Example, tangen 35 degree equals opposite per adjacent. Number 4, opposite side. Meaning is sisi yang berseberangan. English definition, the opposite side is across from a given angle. For the example, in the picture. Number 5, adjacent side. Meaning is sisi yang berdekatan. English definition, the adjacent side is the non-hypotenuse side that is next to a given angle. Example for the picture. Number 6, hypotenuse. Meaning is sisi miring. English definition, hypotenuse is the side of a right angle triangle that is opposite that the right angle. For the example in picture. Next, number 7, angle of elevation. Meaning is sudut elevasi. English definition, the angle of elevation is an angle that is far between the horizontal line and the line of sight if the line of sight is upward from the horizontal line. Then the angle formed is an angle of elevation. For the example for the picture. Number 8, angle of depression. Meaning is sudut depresi. English definition, the angle of depression is the angle formed by the line of sight and the horizontal plane for an object below the horizontal. Example for the picture. Number 9, perpendicular axis. Meaning is sumbu tegak lurus. English definition, perpendicular axis is MOI of a two-dimensional object about an axis passing perpendicular from it is equal to the sum of the MOI of the object about two mutually perpendicular axes lying in the plane of the object. For the example in the picture. And the last, number 10, Pythagorean theorem. Meaning is theorema Pythagoras. English definition, Pythagoras theorem is a fundamental relation in Euclidean geometry among the three sides of a right triangle. It states that the area of the square whose side is the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the areas of the squares on the other two sides. Example for the picture. And the next material is video word problem. It is video word problem in the question for acute angle A, sin A equals 5 per root 41 and cot tangen A equals 8 per 10. Find the values of the other four trigonometric ratios. And the solution, use SOH and CAH and TOA. For the sin A equals O per H equals 5 per quadrat root square root 41, and the cos A equals A per h equals A per square root 41, and next tangent A equals O per A equals 5 per 8, and cosecant A equals h per O equals square root 41 per 5, and the second A equals h per A equals square root 41 per 8, and the last cotangent A equals A per O equals A per 5. We know that cotangent A equals 8 per 10, so cotangent A equals A per 5 and equals 8 per 10. Cross multiply, so we get 10A equals 40, and divide 10 for the two sides, so A equals 4. Now substitute A equals 4 to the other trigonometric ratio. Cos A equals A per h, or alpha per square root 41 equals 4 per square root 41, and for sec A equals h per A equals 4 square root 41 per 4, and tangent A equals O per A equals 5 per 4, and cotangent A equals 8 per 10. And to check, 4 square plus 5 square equals square root 41 square, and 16 plus 25 equals 41, and 41 equals 41. It's consistent with the Pythagorean theorem. And next, chapter 4, example 13, 14, and 15. For the example 13, a young tourist visiting Washington, D.C. is awed by the size of the Washington Monument, which is 555 feet tall. The tourist, who is 5 feet tall, is standing 50 yards from the monument. At the angle to the nearest degree is she elevating her head when she looks at the top of the monument, and the solution to aspect of this problem must be accounted for before we can accurately identify the rectangle. One is the obvious change of units in the distance that the tourist is from the monument. She is standing 50 yards away, which is equal to 150 feet. And the second aspect is more subtle. Since we are concerned with the angle of elevation overhead, we must consider the horizontal axis to begin at the height of the overhead. We can safely say that it's 5 feet. Therefore, the vertical height used is 555 minus 5 equals 550 feet. The monument is the side opposite the angle, and the distance is the side adjacent to the angle. We can make use of the tangent ratio to solve the problem. Let x be the measures of the angles. Tan x degree equals 550 per 150 equals 3.6667. We could write x equals the inverse tangent of 3.6667, or x equals tangent inverse 3.6667, and so x equals 74.7 degree, or to the nearest degree is 75 degree. For the example 14, the diagonal of a rectangle is 8 inches long and makes a 30 degree with the longer side. What is the perimeter of the rectangle? And the solution, the diagram with the vertex label So that we have a rectangle ABAD with hypotenuse BD such the angle is 30 degree. It is 30 minus 60 minus 90 rectangle, and we know that AD ratio AD to AB to BD equals 1 to square root 3 to 2, and BD equals 8 inch and ED equals 4 inch and AB equals 4 square root 3. The perimeter of the triangle is 4 plus 4 plus 4 square root 3 plus 4 square root 3 and equals 8 plus 8 square root 3. And the other special. In the next example 15, what is the exact area of a square whose diagonal is 8 inches? And the solution, the diagonal creates two isosceles rectangles within the square using the ratio like hypotenuse equals 1 per square root 2. If we let x be the side of the square, we have the proportion x per 8 equals 1 per square root 2, and x square root 2 equals 8, and so the x equals 8 per square root 2. So the x equals 8 per square root 2 inch at the side of the square. The area of the square is 1 per square root 2 square equals 64 per 2. So equals 32 inches square. And thank you for the attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.